Hey guys, Dr. Kyle here. Hey, I want to shoot a real quick video for you on just understanding the philosophy of health and knowing that we all have a different philosophy, or maybe similar philosophies, but we all have a philosophy when it comes to health. And earlier today, I woke up and I was driving to the office, and I just had a lot of frustration about everything that's happening and the way people are. I feel like almost being controlled or just having a lot of fear, and really it really comes down to just not understanding health and how the body works, and also how viruses work and microbials, and how we all live together in a symbiotic relationship. And so the post I did, and I had some comments back. One guy, I just can't get over this because this drives me crazy more than anything, that said he's a neuroscientist, and that I don't even know what he was saying. It just blew my mind. Like, everything I'm going to talk to you about is simply just some of it. Yeah, it's opinion. There's a philosophy on how you see life and see health. What's up, Lonnie? My muscles going, man. We just had a hard workout too, actually. But yeah, just how health actually works. And I want to talk to you guys about philosophy today, because here's what I know. Here's what I truly 100% believe, is that when in times like this, when your philosophy is strong, when you understand how the body works, when you understand health and healing, more importantly, when you just have a strong sense of who you are and what life's about, and all these other things, then fear can't set in. And then even when you don't know the answers, and even when you don't have everything right, because none of us do. I don't care if you're a neuroscientist. I don't care if you're a medical doctor. I don't care if you're a chiropractor. I don't care if you're freaking the president. None of us have everything right, because there's a level of faith that actually has to be there as well. So I'm going to talk to you guys about philosophy. Here's my philosophy when it comes to health. And I think you'll get a lot from this, and hopefully you'll actually maybe pick up this philosophy. Is that I truly believe, well, first of all, let me talk about the opposite philosophy. This is what most of healthcare believes. This is what our healthcare system is based on, is that our body is weak and it needs help healing, that it doesn't know how to take care of itself, that if you had poor genetics, that you're going to be sick, that you're a victim of your genes, that the germ theory is real, and that we need to be really nervous and scared about germs in our environment. We should be cleaning ourselves all the time, nonstop, because germs are going to kill us. And the truth of the matter is none of those are actually based in science. Those are based in a few theories, and they're really based in fear, not based in truth. Okay? And they're a philosophy that you really need medicine to be healthy. A great example of that philosophy is vaccines, that we need medicine because the body wasn't made good enough, and that there wasn't enough help already, that it needed a chemical intervention to help prevent germs. Okay? Which is ultimately what they're saying a virus is germs. And that's based on a germ theory. Well, that germ theory has been proven wrong over and over again, that germs do not kill us, even viruses do not kill us, that the environment with which they're in allows them to either thrive or not. Okay, when we talk about a virus is simply a protein with a nucleic acid. If it gets into your cells, then it can cause an immune response. I'm sorry, if it gets into your blood and into your body, it creates an immune response. And most of the time, that protein getting into your bloodstream, your body creates antibodies. It creates T cells come out, they attack it, they get rid of it, it's gone. And a lot of times you'll have an immune response, like sniffling. You might have a fever to heat it up. You might have coughing to get rid of it. That's a simple immune response, and it's a very good thing. At the same time, if it gets into the cell, then you have a larger immune response. You start to see natural killer cells coming out. You start to see your CD4, CD8 count going up, and your body starts to fight this off. Eventually, it gets rid of it if you have a strong, healthy immune response. If you don't have a strong, healthy immune response because your body's breaking down, whether that is because of age, right? Or maybe that's because you had a chronic infection for a very long time. Maybe you've had another virus, a lot of other viruses, like an HIV would be an example, or even mono would be an example, or whatever that might be. If you have a lot of different other viruses, then your body might be in a chronic infective state, fighting off chronic infections, which will then make it have a weaker immune response. Okay? And that's all good and well. And there's viruses out there that can, that the flu, coronavirus, whatever you want to call the viruses, that are going to be, people are going to be susceptible to. And that's just life. The only way we can actually change that is not social distancing. Like, truly understand. Number one, we're 6 feet apart. Great. But then you go in the store and you hand somebody a dollar bill. There's no such thing as social. It doesn't work. Like, the whole idea is just so goofy and wacky, number one. And then number two is putting a mask on your face isn't going to stop somebody from getting sick. The virus doesn't just say, oh no, they got masks on, I can't get in. No, it gets on your skin. It's not just on your hands, by the way. This whole eye elbow thing, if you truly believe that, that's a philosophy of a germ theory. If you're following that, you believe that germs are going to kill us and you have to do certain things to protect yourself from germs. If you're only taking vitamin C because you don't want to get a virus, you're still in that same philosophy. You're still in that same mindset of, I got to take something so I don't get a virus. Okay. That's one thing. Next step is, what is a philosophy that I truly believe, and I think you guys will get a lot from. Hey, Tracy, good to see you. But a philosophy I truly believe you guys will get a lot out of is the truth. I think this is a truth. It's a philosophy. It's also a truth that our body is actually extremely powerful and it is really good at adapting to its environment. I have proof for you because we're all alive still. We're constantly adapting to our environment. There's more than 300,000 types of viruses that have been found on mammals, just mammals. They've said that if you stretch out all the different types of viruses in a row, it's 100 million light years away to get to the end of it. If viruses and germs were going to kill us, we would be dead, okay? We have been given an amazing, healthy body, okay? We have a nervous system. We have an immune response that really it responds to stress in the nervous system. We have a digestive system. We have all these systems that work together. Medicine is taking these systems and breaking them apart, and that's why someone like a neurologist would say what he said, because he understands maybe the brain, kind of, but he doesn't understand the whole body works together. So the philosophy is that your body is a whole. It all works together. Every part is important. It knows how to adapt. It knows how to survive, and it will survive as long as you give it what it needs and you remove interference. What's interference? Interference to your body's ability to heal is stress. And that could be physical, that could be chemical, that could be emotional. So ultimately, the philosophy is that your body has this amazing ability to heal. It doesn't need help healing. It just needs no interference. And so your job to be healthy is to look for interference. What are the stressors in your life? How can you handle those? Or what are ways that you can reduce stress? Well, here's some easy ways to reduce stress. Get the chemical and physical stresses, reduce those by getting out and moving more, by not stressing yourself out physically, by not eating tons of chemicals and putting yourself in chemical environments and putting chemicals all over our bodies, by not taking a ton of different medications. Now, I'm not saying if you're in an emergency state, like let's say you have type 2 or type 1 diabetes, or your blood pressure is so high that you shouldn't be taking that medication. What I'm saying is that let's figure out why you're doing it so you can get off of it, because if you're living on that medication, then you're in a stressed state, which means your immune response is isn't going to be strong, because they are connected. Your nervous system will be in a sympathetic response, which directly affects adrenals and directly affects the immune response. You can't separate the two. So stress is the key. Now, from the post I did earlier, a lot of somebody said like that I don't care about people dying, and that because I said that people are going to die, it's part of life. When bacteria and viruses and things like that, they're going to take over people's bodies that are breaking down and have a weak immune response. That's not that I don't care. That's just a reality. So you do the best you can, and then you have faith that your body's going to take care of the rest. That God's going to take care of the rest. It's a part of life. We want this like perfect magic potion pill that is going to tell us exactly what's going to happen tomorrow, and that we're going to be able to have a vaccine that's going to prevent a virus. That doesn't exist. It's not even humanly, physiologically impossible. If you start to research how vaccines affect your immune system, I did an immune webinar on this 3 weeks ago, and all I talked about is how when they inject something into your bloodstream, they're passing up your initial innate immune response, which starts to break down things in the beginning, and it goes directly into the bloodstream, creates this massive antibody response, and actually makes you sicker long term, and it doesn't actually make you immune. The idea of immunity doesn't exist. You can create antibodies and be less likely to get something, but you're not immune to it. We don't have immunity in our body. Physiology and immunity they don't go together, okay? So I'm a little frustrated with that. Sorry about that, guys. But just understand that your body is strong. Have faith that your body will take care of itself. Honor your symptoms. When you sneeze, it's a good thing. When you cough, it's a good thing. When you have a fever, those are all amazing things. Thank God you have them. And if you want to help prevent those, people getting viruses and infections and dying, most people die of bacteria, not the virus anyways. The virus just weakens the body and bacteria takes over, pneumonias and things like that. If you want to prevent that, then start to bring good things to them. You having a virus on your body is not the reason they get sick and die. If you didn't do it, something else was. Okay, so that's where I get really frustrated with masks, and I get frustrated with everybody walking around in fear, because it's not preventing the elderly. I don't care what some medical professional said, because that medical professional was taught in a system that is actually based on a germ theory, and they're taught that viruses and bacteria are boogeymen. They are not boogeymen. There's more of them than there is us. We would be dead if they were boogeymen, okay? You have more bacterial cells on you than you do human cells. Be happy about those. Thrive in those. The more dirt you play in, the more bacteria you have on you, the healthier you're going to be. So I say all that to hopefully help reduce some fear and help you see that your body is strong. Please believe that. You see people getting sick, that's because their body wasn't strong. If you're worried about getting sick, strengthen your body. That's all you can actually do. Okay, wearing a mask doesn't strengthen your body. Eating like junk doesn't strengthen your body. Not caring about what you're doing, sitting around all day, that weakens your body. Get up and move. Movement is the key. Movement is the key to life. 90% of stimulation to your brain, which actually runs your immune system, is movement of your spine. So you should be moving all day long. Get out in the sun and get vitamin D. It's an essential part of immune response. Vitamin C is essential, or it's a very helpful part of your immune response because it gives you antioxidants. Do I think everybody should take zinc? No, I don't think everybody should take zinc, because not everybody's deficient in zinc. But is zinc a very important part of an immune response and other functions of your body? Yes. So you can actually test to see if you're zinc, and I did a video on that a while back. But point is that there's no broad spectrum. Everybody should do this. Daily wake up, do the things that you know can strengthen your body, continue to research, begin to understand human health, begin to understand how your body works. If you don't know how your immune system actually responds to a virus when it comes in, then let's learn that. Go back and just start to research. There's plenty of ways you can learn those things. And I'll probably shoot another video on that to help teach it, but it's not actually that hard to learn. We think sometimes medicine has been given like this, like it's a God thing that only special people can learn. The human body is not, it's very complicated, but it's also very simple to help take care of. I hope that makes sense. We've complicated these things by breaking them into systems and saying your heart is over here, and if you have heart problems, we give you this pill and it's not going to affect over here. It's all one big system. You need every organ in your body. At the end of the day, guys, do what you can to strengthen your health and have faith in God in the rest. That's all you can do. The rest is just fear. Okay? And fear makes you sick. You know, fear actually creates a stress response, which lowers your immune response. You hear what I'm saying? You guys, do you hear I haven't actually said the word immune system yet. You don't actually have a system just for immunity. Your whole body is a part of the immune response. Okay? So your brain health decides if you have a good immune response. I've actually shown this. I read this last week. They're trying to figure out, why do people that have strokes and have brain damage have such an increase of bacterial and viral infections? Because their brain is messed up. Right? So they've shown it actually increases stress, which decreases immune. When you're in a fight or flight mode, you don't need to fight off bacteria and viruses. You need to survive. So your immune system will be decreased. Your digestive system will decrease. So it's all about handling stress and being more resilient to stress. And that's a daily thing you work on. Daily thing you work on, how to handle physical, emotional, chemical stresses, but continue to learn. Hey guys, on tomorrow night, we're doing a free webinar on gut health. This is a huge part of your immune response, because I think it's 80 to 85% of your immune response come from the good microbiome in your gut. So understanding that, also understanding simple stuff like, hey, a huge part of your digestion is you chewing your food enough. Most people don't think about that stuff, right? That your body's producing enough saliva to help break it down before it gets into your stomach, that you have a high enough level of stomach acid is an important part of your gut. It's all one big, huge, important part. Okay, guys, so hey, your body's wonderfully, powerfully made. It doesn't need help healing. It just needs no interference. Give your body what it needs. Remove the interference. Understand how stresses work. Understand how the body works. Become your own health expert, and you're going to be just fine. Okay? All right. You guys have an awesome day, and we'll